Could you maybe explain to somebody who's more liberal
It's easy.
why this issue is going to affect them down the road and how it'll affect what they want to do if they're not interested in maybe, making a lot of money or low taxes? Or...
First of all, let's talk about the results. The results of hyperinflation and deflating your currency affects you whether you're liberal or conservative, Republican or Democrat, straight or gay, male or female. Everybody gets affected the same way. That's number one. If in fact you're of a liberal mindset, you think the government ought to do more, and yet we're going to run out of money and we're going to inflate our ways, the capability to help people you might want to help that I might not think is wise within the bounds of the Constitution, you're not going to have the money to do it. So if you're truly of a liberal philosophy that the government ought to be more involved and ought to have more programs to help people, we're not going to be able to do that either. If you're conservative and you think here's the limited role for the federal government as outlined in the enumerated powers, it's real clear in the Constitution. It tells us what we're supposed to do. It says everything else is reserved for the states and the people. If you're concerned, you know what the problem is. Mm-hmm. The federal government today is twice as big as what it was in 1999. Now, nothing else has grown faster than that except the cost of a college education and health care. Why in the world should the government be twice as big as what it was in 1999? And then ask the other questions. We've been doing things like welfare, education, social programs. Look at the metrics on how you measure outcomes. None of them are better. Matter of fact, they're all worse with the federal government involved in it. If you're a liberal mindset, most of you who feel that way know that you're proud of your intellect and the fact that you can accomplish something on your own, and that you actually, when you do it on your own, you actually control it and do it better versus having somebody do it for you. One way you create dependency, the other you create excellence, and you create drive, and you create results, and you actually produce something. So, all we have to do is look at the facts. We have all these wonderful programs that we've put out there, whether it's feeding the poor, we're failing, everyone, because none of them have a metric on it, and we don't do the oversight to fix them. So this affects everybody. And so to your own peril, do you ignore the fact that we have this kind of deficit run?